Alright people, let's take it from the top one last time. So because I have absolutely no self-control whatsoever, I've added a bunch more mods, quest expansions, and delayers that all drastically reshape the direction that this playthrough is going to take. Danger quests have been added to the list, most of which now have quest expansions that allow for good guy endings, while the ones that did not have anything available are marked as clean, except for Hermaeus Mora, which doesn't have anything, sadly. Certain other things have been added to the mod list down here, mostly things that I forgot to add before, such as Undeath or the Legacy of the Dragonborn side quests, as well as the requirements now added by the delayer patches that I installed. Lastly, anything with an X in the box is just a simple indication of things that I have already completed up to this point as of editing this video. Now let's jump into it. First I'll select my character's race, save time by loading a preset, and then enter his name. After giving the game a moment to load up, I'll select my Uchiha path and get started on settings and widget setup.
What?
God damn it. Anyway, back to setup.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
With setup complete, I make a safety save and select my alternate start option.
So peaceful this time of year. Good hunting.
With everything done, I just need to sleep in the bed to get this run underway. Loading into the camp just outside Helgen, I'm greeted with the blessing of a few magic rings in my storage sack. Now it's time to head up to Helgen proper and get the quest line underway. Bit of a time loss here, veering off to the side before I activate the fast travel point. Somehow, this journal survived a dragon attack. Heading into the keep, it's time to start looting up. Cheese! Yes, I do have Lockpick Pro because I don't like lockpicking in this game. It sucks ass. With the top half of the Helgen dungeon looted, I pick some locks for some extra XP, then head back the way I came. Back out the front door, and it's here I realize I didn't hit the fast travel point. Guess I'll have to run all the way around again. Into the other end of the cave, we pop Rayloff a healing potion, because we are siding with the Stormcloaks eventually. Spiders! With the spiders out of the way, we head further into the cave and find a mysterious head. We take it, of course. I'm a loot goblin. What do you expect?
There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time.
Rayloff, he's been gone for a bit. Are you still
This
concussed?
place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon enough. We better clear out of here.
Following Rayloff away from Helgen, he waxes exposition as he leads us towards the Standing Stones.
These are the guardians stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself. Warrior, good. Those stars will guide you to honor and glory.
With museum displays activated and amulets in hand, we set off for Riverwood. Arriving in Riverwood, the first thing we see is Sven being a dick to his mother.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mum. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
I talked to him about advancing the main quest, and then since I'm here, I get the letter for Camilla
You'd
off
best
of
tell
them.
the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this.
Next, I collect a handout from Girder and offload my crap at Alvor.
Well, one of us has to do something.
Heading into Riverwood Trader, I immediately snitch on Sven, because Sven is a dick.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my
What are you talking about? What's in the letter?
Swapping my attention to Lucan, I get the Golden Claw quest in my journal and then buy some spells. One of my many mods is for Lucan to sell all novice spells available in vanilla Skyrim. Very useful for getting a magic build off the ground without having to run all the way to Farengar or, heaven forbid, the College of Winter.
You should head to Bleak Falls.
And finally, after some quick disenchanting, it's off to Bleak Falls Barrow. Level up. Well, that felt a little easy. Just gonna have a look, and no, still on expert. And now, the obligatory Bleak Falls Barrow dungeon crawl. Ooh, a painting.
What you want, you'll have it. Just die already.
It's weird that I can do this puzzle so quickly without actually knowing what the answer is. I just know how many times to rotate each block. I've done this way too many times. Those There's always a bigger spider. The only good spider is a dead spider, am I right?
Over here. It's coming loose. I can feel it.
Arvel is such a rat, begging for help and then turning on you the second he's free. I didn't notice at the time, but Arvel ran straight into the trap and died. What a dumbass. Unfortunately, I'm also a dumbass because I triggered the trap as well. Whoops. Bit of an uncharacteristic big brain moment as I effectively disarm the trap, though it prevents me from using it against a Draugr in the very next room. Another encased head. Yoink. Just as with the block puzzle, I know how to do the puzzle door without actually knowing the answer. Wake up, bitch. Your 1,000-year nap is over. Don't mind me, just learning a language in the middle of a fight. Ah, the Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Hello, Skull McGee. Should I take you with me this time?
No. You will stay here.
No, Skull McGee. Time to get out of here. Now back in the open world, we're free to return to Riverwood and return the Golden Claw.
Maybe you've already met Camilla Villa. I appreciate your help. Please, take this.
Sure thing.
I'm not sure why, but I was trying to attempt a sleep schedule for this playthrough. That didn't last long. Back at the Riverwood Trader, we pass off the claw to Lucan, and for once, don't steal it right back again. Now it's time to set off for Whiterun. Along the way, we get ambushed by this guy, Isidore. Not to be mistaken for Isildur, that would be copyright. Upon his defeat, a new quest is added to our log. It's gonna sit there untouched for quite a while. And now we come upon the giant fight that introduces the Fighters faction, the Companions. Most of the time you have to sprint here as fast as you can just to land a hit, or else Aella will berate you for not being enough of a tryhard. Their presence here typically puts misc objectives in the journal to join the Companions, but I like to have a clean journal. That's why I run a mod called The Choice is Yours, which only adds quests to the journal if I go out of my way to accept them. Here's an odd sight. The courier is normally scripted to run you down no matter what, but it looks like he's just enjoying the spectacle this time.
Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Khajiit has words if you have voice. Cringe joke aside, this is the intro NPC for a massive mod called Lordbound. We're just gonna leave him here for right now. He'll wait around here until we accept his quest.
What would you have me do then?
Heading into Dragon's Reach, we approach Jarl Balin to give him the news about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
The Jarl of Valkyries will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not.
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my lord.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Thanks to another mod called At Your Own Pace, I can only do the next part of the quest by actively pursuing it. I like it because it gives the player a choice in whether or not to progress without giving them a permanent reminder in the journal. I do want to continue on with the main story, however, so I choose a dialogue option that serves as a context clue and follow up on it.
Of course. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleakfall's Barrow. A dragonstone.
Of course, I've played this game a million times, so grabbing the dragonstone ahead of time is practically second nature.
The usual brutes the Jarl foists on me.
Stop pestering me with your warmongering.
That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. You know, if you've got
With At Your Pace running, I have another opportunity here to run off and do other things, but I want dragons in my game, so I nag Farengar again to get the ball rolling.
Wait for me. Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
No, that's right. It was one coming from the south. It was false. Falser than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you better gather some guards when they get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster in the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me.
Of course, I'm the main character, so I get asked to help deal with the dragon.
I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the dragon stone for Farengar. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
A hide shield? Really? I barely use shields, and when I do, they're heavy.
I need you here working on ways to...
Arriving at the watchtower, I run straight past the one survivor and gun it straight up to another collectible head.
Save us. Here he comes again.
I make it back outside just in time to witness Mirmulnir approach, and the dragon hunt begins. I can't really do anything while it's flying around just yet, so I have to rely on the guards to deal damage. Probably a mistake then that I ran in without the group, but they'll show up pretty quick. And when it does land, that's when it's time to stack on the damage. Damn thing keeps turning invisible. I think it's True Hut that does that, but I'm not too sure yet. It'll get fixed eventually. Get down here, you motherfucker. Finally, time to lay on the hurt. With the dragon slain, I take its soul as a little treat. Now armed with the knowledge of ancient dragons, I take a deep breath and prepare my mighty Thuum.
Fuck! What you just did must be.
As I'm heading back to Whiterun to report my success to Jarl Balin, I hear a peculiar call in the distance.
Yeah? What do you think?
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun.
I done got thaned.
Greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a...
So you're the one who helped with the dragon? I'm Lydia. It's an honor. You're a hero. Whatever it is, I'm supposed to tell you.
IFD Lydia, an expanded form of the character that doesn't seem to be too interested in her new assignment, but she'll come around.
Who didn't make it back. I'm right behind you.
Our next task is to head up the big mountain and talk to the Greybeards, but first I want to get this dollar store quest out of my log. With that in mind, I fast travel to Helgen and prepare to start heading south. After a very easy fight, Lydia and my summoned wolf take it upon themselves to fight each other for no discernible reason. Go wild, you two. I guess. Now arriving on location, it's time to crash a zombie orgy party. Oh no, I contracted brain rot. I think that can be cured by consuming less TikTok, but does that work if I already don't have TikTok? With all these zombies, I think this quest might actually be worth $2.
Sometimes.
You know, you could have led with that instead of calling me out. If picking up and reading a journal is the only thing this quest actually has you do, then I take it back. This quest is trash. With that distraction out of the way, I fast travel back to Helgen and start the journey towards Iverstead. Along the way, I come across a quicksilver mining node and decide to get some mileage out of my mining laser spell, because mining lasers are cool. Oh right, infinite mining nodes. Forgot about that. Oh well. I've arrived in Iverstead, but there's something missing. Another follower I want to bring along with me. So, before I trek up the mountain, I fast travel away again. At the southeastern corner of the map waits a particular Argonian, the subject of my current favorite follower mod. I'll let him introduce himself.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Celsas, lawman of House Telvanni. I am currently on my way to Rivenspire in High Rock to meet with a superior of mine, Helseth Wren.
I could complete his introductory quest right away if I wanted, but I would need to pass a speech check to keep Zelzaz around if I did that. Adversely, keeping him around for a while will make him change his mind about continuing on his own journey and want to stay with us until we directly tell him to leave.
I understand the only way there by land from here is through...
Now back in Iverstead, it's time for the big walk up the tall rock.
Boo!
About halfway up the 7,000 steps, I find and speak to this NPC chilling at one of the emblems, only to get interrupted by a dragon attack. Here I find a sweet spot on the dragon's flank that doesn't trigger the thing to go invisible, while also being safe from its tail slam, likely due to the precision mod. Seems that assessment was spot on.
Dragons are a lot more interesting and majestic when they aren't trying to kill me.
And so another overgrown lizard bites the dust. Or snow. You get what I mean, it's dead.
Finally here. I hope they have a warm fire and some food waiting for us. Perhaps even a bed to rest in.
Arriving at High Hrothgar, I read the last of the 10 emblems and receive a magic bonus. All wild animals will not aggro for 24 in-game hours. Neat.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the Tent of the Age. Let us taste of your voice.
Having proven my mastery of mighty shouting, the Greybeards grace me with an upgrade to my shouting prowess.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
I hope you've been studying because it's time for a test. Wait, wrong kind of test. My bad. They're actually just testing my ability to use free upgrades.
Use your
With that out of the way, we head outside to the courtyard for the next trial.
quick mastery of a new
With the second trial complete, Master Arngir tasks us with retrieving the horn of Jurgen von Vergen.
Our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice.
That was very interesting to watch. I am excited to explore more of your power, but perhaps we should rest and recover a bit before we head for the horn.
Before I head out, there's another collectible head that needs to be collected. After taking the carriage from Whiterun to Morthal, with the plan to run through and head straight for Ustengrav, I get stopped in the street by these two idiots.
Already taken root in the hearts. So we shall expose to them the when Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
As with most things in this game, a fight breaks out, and I lay down the law. Normally, the Dragonborn DLC would start here, but thankfully, At Your Own Pace steps in again to keep my journal clean. Returning to the task at hand, I head out to Ustengrav, where yet another fight is waiting for me, because of course.
This must be Ustengrav then. Looks like we aren't the first ones to show up.
With the bandits out of the way, it's time for a dungeon dive. After clearing out the first room of bandits, I decide to check on the status of my Sharingan, and find that it's ready to awaken. How exciting! The Sharingan itself is a slow time ability that upgrades over time, and each upgrade also introduces new spells for me to use based on the path I chose at the beginning of the game.
I didn't think so.
These heads kind of start to lose their shock value when you keep finding so many of them. Aha! Always look behind the waterfalls.
Something's here. I was trying to be on alert. It's deadly as a Wamasu.
Thanks to At Your Own Pace, the horn of Jurgen von Vergen is actually here, which makes so much more sense than if it had been swiped by a certain holier-than-thou twat.
You're not going to give me something to do, are you?
Handing the horn back over to Arngeir, he gathers his fellow tongues to give me a good waggling.
We would speak to you. Dovahkiin, you have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
Well, that was dramatic.
Let's go.
I would like to be one of the first to congratulate you on your official recognition as Dragonborn. There is still much to do, but I know you will be able to persevere against all the challenges that lie ahead. The pleasure is all mine.
Ah, the power of flight. It was rather infamously outlawed by the Empire near the end of the Third Era, but as Zelzaz puts it, it's a law I'm more than happy enough to flagrantly violate. At Your Own Pace, coming in clutch with another moment of choice. This time I need Farengar to get in touch with his contact so I can proceed to the next leg of the story. It's going to take a bit for that to actually happen, so I'm off to lay down roots in my base of choice for this playthrough, the Dragonborn Gallery in Solitude. On my way up to the front gate, I use the dynamic wait mod, which is much more convenient than the standard waiting function. Before I can even enter the gallery, the courier shows up to hand me a pass to start the next part of the main story.
That's it. Gotta go.
Stepping inside, I speak with the curator of the museum, Orion Morellis, and hand him a few items to unlock entry into the rest of the building. The Dragonborn Gallery is a museum built to store and display all of the unique items in the game, with patches to accommodate many of the most popular mods out there. With my load order, the gallery has over 4,000 unique items that can be displayed. This display chest has the power to use its contents to autofill empty slots in the museum, but I'll only be using it for things like armory or fossil displays, or the library for much of the early game. Things that I don't particularly enjoy filling in myself. Other than that, it's a good place to store museum items, or relics, while I sort out the rest of my inventory in between each of my adventures. There's also a safe house upstairs that'll serve as my actual base of operations, but I can't access it until I get the key in the mail after the museum reaches a minimum of 50 items displayed, a number I'll reach from the haul I've already brought. Until then, this supplies box will serve as my storage access, with a convenient sorting container that I can drop roughly 98% of the game's items into and be sorted. When I'm ready to start displaying things, I'll go back to the display drop-off chest and pick out the things that I feel like putting up myself. It appears I decided not to do that this time and just get everything auto-displayed. After waiting around for a minute to let the system do its thing, I come back to the new total. Heading out to the Solitude Blacksmith, I craft a particular ring that lets me summon a merchant anywhere that resets their gold every time I access the shop. Yes, it is a cheat, and no, I don't care. The museum will periodically have donations waiting for me. Money, money, money. And this is where I'm going to call the video. I was planning to do the entire main quest in one sitting, but I'm getting close to 40 minutes already. Editing is a slog, but I did genuinely have fun with the jokes and memes, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. I did get pretty experimental with a lot of the earlier edits in the video, but I think I'm starting to build a solid workflow and editing style. Maybe next time I'll start monkeying around with music. Or maybe not. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
I need to make sure I can trust you. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place.
So you don't trust me, but I'd be a fool to come here without trusting you? What kind of backwards-ass logic is that?
That can kill a